Welcome, my homies, to the Please Do Tell podcast, where age is just a number and stories know no bounds. I'm Ronnika, your millennial storyteller, here to bridge the generation gap, one captivating narrative at a time. In each episode, we embark on a journey together, exploring shared experiences, heartfelt connections, and the timeless art of storytelling. From the wisdom of baby boomers to the perspectives of Gen Z, there's a tale for everyone in our diverse tapestry of human experiences. So grab your favorite beverage, settle into your comfiest chair, and prepare to be swept away by tales that resonate across generations. Get ready for insights, laughter, and moments that remind us of our shared humanity. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Now, without further ado, let the storytelling begin. Hey, my homies, welcome back. It's another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. All right, you all. I'm going to tell you what I've been up to. Are you ready? Okay. So, I think I told you before that started meeting with a board to form a nonprofit, which is called Story Salon. And if you haven't checked out Story Salon on social media, I suggest that you should. And by the time that this episode airs, the Story Salon website will be up and live, and I'm just so excited about it. Now, y'all gonna actually watch me take off this color because last time I forgot the the polish remover. But okay. And I have a really hard time with getting black off of my nails. Okay. Can we talk about how the month of July is usually always a month that I get these great ideas to start something, or it's a huge shift in my life? I was on LinkedIn, maybe it was about a month ago, and one of my good friends tagged me in this post. And because my friends have nothing but the greatest intentions for me, I didn't even read what the application was for. I just filled it out. Didn't ask for any personal information other than my email address and my name, and to be placed on a wait list. I said, fine, sure, I can do that. I don't know what this wait list is all about, but sure, I'll go on it. Then I get an email that maybe a week or so later that says, oh, congratulations, Miss Williams, you've been selected to be a part of the next cohort. I was like, what did Kendra tell me to sign up for? Okay, all right. So I was selected as one of NASDAQ's Milestone Circles cohort for, I believe it's number 264. 264. So that means there have been 263 cohorts before myself. So this is a proven, sustainable program that is for the free for women entrepreneurs. Sign up. I get all the dates and times. Excuse me. I started doing more research. I said, okay, let me see what I actually signed up for, right? The tutorials, the toolkits, all of that. And the first onboarding day is, they said, this program is 100% free, and our ask is that you just pay it forward. Perfect. I can do that. People call me in some spaces the plug and the connect, so definitely I can do that. I get into this room and they've combined cohorts two, I believe 262 and 264. So the evens were together. So they must be having four cohorts at one time. For the onboarding process, it was two cohorts in one. It was about maybe 30 women online for 3 hours, which I will say was the fastest 3 hours of my life, I feel, in the last few weeks or so. And the charge was in this 12 week, I was like, 12, oh my gosh, I've committed to 12 weeks. I've committed to 12. I've committed to 12 weeks. I'm going to do this. Whatever it is, I'm going to do it. I've been referred to it, and I've seen some people that I've read the testimonials of some people that went through it. I'm going to do it. I got into that class. I said, okay, 12 weeks. And by the end of the 12 weeks, you are charged with having a milestone for your business completed. So we go into breakout groups and we're trying to find accountability partners. And we're introducing ourselves, and one young lady gets on there and she says, "Oh, I do one of my businesses is I sell press-on nails." I said, "You do what?" She said, I sell press-on nails, and whenever I'm at my desk, it's always nail polish on my desk. And I told her, I said, "Oh my gosh, I do this thing called Manny Mondays, and I do stories." And she said, "Oh, we're gonna definitely have to connect." Just that was the first breakout room. And she's from Virginia. There was another lady in there that was abroad. It was someone else, and there was another lady from Atlanta. I believe the other lady was from Texas. All doing cool things. The one lady that's from Georgia, she's actually from New York, and she's been in she's been a makeup artist for, I think she said, the last 20 or 25 years, but she was a part of the program to help to scale her business. And I thought, wow, it's so many people in different stages in business, and we're still learning from each other. We get into one of the last breakout sessions for the day, and we have a toolkit, like almost a guide to help us throughout the 12 weeks. And it was three women in my breakout session that were doctors, mental health professionals. I said, okay, God, I've been working in the space of grief and storytelling for a while. What are you trying to tell me in this moment? One of the ladies said, I need accountability just for this week and for moving forward is I want to get organized in my office. Because she said, if my office is not organized, I'm not able to really think clearly. Like, forget about the imposter syndrome that I was dealing with just kind of hearing what the other ladies are doing, but then seeing my own wall fall down as I'm getting more relaxed. And I said, oh my gosh, this is really a safe space for us to talk about what we're doing in our businesses. So we're going around there asking, okay, well, Ronnika, what do you want to do for your 12 weeks? I told them, I said, I have hid behind so many projects, so many brands, and not been clear and concise about what I do. At the end of this 12 weeks, I want my website to be complete, and I want to be able to confidently tell you what I do when it comes to business. But I said I must first go into my office area and purge things that no longer serve me. When I've talked about purging before, I was thinking about other parts of my house that need it because it does. And then I got to thinking, I can't think straight because I don't want to sit in my office area because I'm like, okay, well, what do I have to do now? What do I have to do now? And pushing, just pushing things into cabinets and just closing the door and just hoping it just doesn't bust out of there. Kind of like my personal life, just kind of pushing things to the side and hoping, okay, it's gonna get to a point where it's too full in there and everything's gonna just come falling out. That's how my office area and me trying to be too humble or modest about what my gifts are. To be called out in love and people ask, how can I support you this week? How can I support you in the off weeks? Imposter syndrome is real. I I just felt after those first two onboarding days, which equaled out to 6 hours, which one of the facilitators said, think of it as you investing 6 hours into your business. I got off of that 2 day boarding call, and I immediately went into that office area, got a couple of trash bags, and just started dumping and shredding. And I just had no idea how good it was going to feel. One of the things that the township does annually is that they give you these free passes to the dump. Y'all should have seen me at 4 o'clock last Friday trying to gather up everything to take it to the dump because I had 30 minutes before they closed. I pulled up into that area and said, I'm ready to use my free pass. I'm excited to get rid of all these papers and old books and textbooks because one of them was my German 101 class textbook. And one of my friends was like, so you gonna pull that out and just like start thumbing through it? And like she said, we got apps. We know people that speak fluent German. So what was the point of you keeping those textbooks that are pretty much, I know for sure, outdated? And I know with being an archivist, I tend to keep a lot of things, and also knowing that sometimes it could be hereditary to hold on to things that you don't need or think you're going to need it for another time. I don't want to live in that space anymore. So I was on the phone with my mom and I was telling her about just some things that I was thinking about and some times where I decided to stand in the background and not express how I was actually a part of something. And how that didn't serve me in that moment. And she said, yeah, I need you to be bold. I need you to be bold with your own things, like you're bold enough to stand up for others. Being a part of this new cohort has allowed me to connect with some pretty amazing women that are doing big things in business. So my task for the next, for actually, I'm going to just say this summer since it just started. So by the end of the summer, Ronnika.com will be complete. And I had a friend ask, well, what's the difference between Story Salon and Ronnika.com? The difference is Story Salon is stories when it comes to everything that I want to do with documentaries and multimedia when it comes to the culture. Ronnika.com is absolutely everything that I've done that I've been hiding behind and didn't want to toot my own horn that I've actually done. When I went out to, oh, I don't drink coffee, but I had tea yesterday. I said, well, what do people even come to me for? And one of the people that's a part of my village, she said to me, she said, you have a true gift of storytelling. I said, well, I guess I do. And then I got to thinking, even when it comes to the Final 48 project, I've always written it. I've always written my stories so that you could hopefully identify with the story that's being told. And they're absolutely authentic because they're the words of the people that are the subjects in the story. I just went back and made them story form. I can say this. Within the last year, I've been a part of two national certificate programs that other seasons of my life, I know that I wasn't ready to accept all of this knowledge and being overwhelmed or really owning, like, you are pretty cool, Ronnika. You're pretty cool. And you need to own it. And God gave you this gift. He gave you this gift to help others. You signed up and did Pecha Kucha for a reason. It's because you love stories and you saw a void and you wanted other people to be able to be on stage and tell their own. The month of July, even going back to childhood, because was really the months where I was in all of the camps. And July 26, 2008 is the day that I moved to North Carolina the first time. And July 26, 2021 is the day that I defended my thesis. So as I navigate this new month and as we start the second half of 2024, I want to be more bold, more honest with who I am and what I do. So I'm asking also to my homies that support and listen and share this podcast with others is that this is the month. It's the hottest. So if it's the hottest, you better be a little bold with it too. Is own your gifts, nurture your gifts, and use them. And that's for a girl that sometimes deals with imposter syndrome more than she should. But I am grateful for those friends that tag me in posts, that share things with me, that say, I think this would be great for you. And also will push back when I'm like, I ain't in that season anymore. They're like, girl. I've been praying about it. I think you are. I think you are. Thank you to my mother and my sister, especially for, whew, listen, I be sitting, my mom sometimes is just like, I want her to just actually say what she does. Thank you for your support and your prayers. Thank you. It's it's actually it's this one IG account that I love, and it's a guy that he knows so much music knowledge, like from all genres. I follow him because he's an alias, of course, but he knows all of these facts. And there's certain people that will he'll tag people and say, "Oh, you think I'm lying? Well, such and such is here to verify the fact." And I just think that is so cool. And when I think about that, I think about when I post certain things on social media and I have my brother in the comments verifying everything that's in that picture. So, I appreciate you all engaging with me, showing up for me. At the end of July, I will be the speaker for an event that I spearheaded 5 years ago. 5 years ago, we've been doing grief brunches and grief dinners for 5 years. And I was asked to be the speaker for this event. So again, the shift. I didn't even, I said, Ronnika should do it during a meeting when I felt icky and was not on camera. And I'm behind this camera like, they really want me to speak. Yeah. This was your idea in the first place. Yes, we want to hear from you. So again, I'm deciding to be bold and putting myself out there and letting you know what I do. And that is a big help from those around me and from those that see more in me than sometimes I want to see in myself, y'all. So, my homies, I'm going to wrap up another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. Whew. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the power of storytelling. If you enjoyed today's episode, or you just want some more resources about what the organizations or the certificate programs that I was referencing, hit a girl up. I'm on social media, Ronnika.Williams on IG. Please Do Tell Podcast is on both IG and Facebook. And just know when you leave a review, it helps other people find Please Do Tell, because I know you want your homies to be homies, and then we can all be homies. Okay, I'm just saying. But until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and keep sharing your stories with the world. I'm your homegirl, Ronnika. Clearly I did not paint my nails again, but we're gonna push play. And but of course, please do tell. We'll see you next time.